sorry to push you on this, but one of your big issues is that you believe when John Boehner has the gavel the first week of January, the #1 issue on the table is repealing the health care law that was signed into law several months ago. That is something that we have heard from many Republicans during the campaign and since then over the past month and a half. That is not an easy thing to do. How can you do it?
The sequence of this, and first, if we don't fix the tax brackets, I hope H.R. 1 is fix the tax brackets. But aside from that, if we get over this hurdle this week or next, then we address the repeal of Obamacare. I believe, and I believe that leadership is consistent with me on this, that we should bring a bill that's a clean repeal, a standalone repeal of Obamacare, send that over to the Senate, and get them working on the repeal of Obamacare. Now, we know that the president would veto that if it gets to his desk, but that we need a test vote so we know where people stand, and we can start marching down through the appropriations bills, every one of them putting language in them that prohibits any of the funds that are appropriated from being used to either implement or enforce Obamacare.
Wow, so that's your strategy then. You lay it on the table here. You would get him to veto a piece of legislation.
Perhaps.
And then after that veto goes through, you would make sure that the funding for every element of Obamacare, as you call it now, would not happen. Wow.
Yes, and march this through 2011 and 2012, because if we were going to have a perpetual Obama presidency, it would probably be an exercise in futility. But I believe we're going to elect a president in 2012, and he will come through Iowa on his way to New Hampshire and South Carolina. That next president, whom I believe will receive a mandate to sign the repeal of Obamacare, and I'm hopeful we can do that maybe January 20th of 2013.
Wow,
on the first